My name's Jason Lange. I'm one of the co-founders here at Atlas Soils, and Atlas Soils is a collaboration of local businesses, and our objective is to improve resource efficiency and soil health in our cities and then extend that out into open spaces. Atlas Soils was started on the back of a project that needed an answer. So there was a pond in Golf Links Drive in Kerwin here in Townsville that had a whole bunch of aquatic weeds and sediment in it, and that material would have previously gone to landfill. So I approached the now co-founders Steve, Hannah and Paul Bull and said, hey, I think there's a bit of technology that can help us convert those things that would have went to the dump into something that's sellable. Do you want to help? And they said, yes, you can have our property, you can have our equipment, and we'll work with you on it. And we went about tendering and obviously successfully winning the tender because we quoted no disposal costs. We won the tender and converted that weed and pod and sludge into a commercially viable product that was sold locally and actually exported as well. And then Atlas just grew from there. We demonstrated proof of concept converting weeds into products, and it's just got out of hand from there. So I was introduced to VRM through my role in local government as an environmental officer, and I was using VRM's technology as an environmental officer. And we used the technology for a range of reasons. We were stabilising mulch temperatures with the technology, so I was involved with that. I was working with crews where we would put it out on fish kills and stabilise wetland water quality with the technology. And so we just got a comfort level with using the technology as a local government practitioner. And then naturally, as I transitioned out to hopefully have more impact, we carried those habits and the confidence in that technology and then just took it out into broader and wider applications. So Atlas Soils currently works with all tiers of government. So we have active contracts with local government, we have active contracts with state government and federal government, we have active partnerships with developers. First Nations businesses are a big part of our focus. We have a number of those businesses collaborating with us, and we work a lot with the average punter. So a big part of what we do is actually collaborating with local lawn fanatics, believe it or not. So we've asked them to help us develop biological or safer alternatives to their current products and practices. So they've been a really instrumental part of what Atlas has evolved to be. It's just listening to the lawn fanatics and our local mums and dads on what they want and need, and offering them an alternative to the status quo. There are a whole different methods of dealing with organic resources. Traditionally, there's composting, and what we've uncovered by collaborating with VRM is this whole new and innovative model of dealing with organics called Groundswell. And as an environmental practitioner, what I love about Groundswell is it offers a lower temperature, longer duration ferment. And what that means is the end product is highly complex compared to a traditional compost. And what I know through environmental systems is resilience comes with complexity. So if we can produce a product that has a range of inputs that uses the Groundswell technology over a cool and longer ferment, we get a complex end product that has a whole range of applications. And for us, that is the beauty of VRM's technology. It is diverse and it requires very little startup investment, and it allows us to actually go to a problem rather than bring the problem or the resources to a site. So there are 3 or 4 really good reasons for selecting VRM's technology to be the base of what we do. Some of the things that are really important to us as a business is to get our products into packaging that can either be refilled, reused or recycled. So even the buckets that go into Mitre 10 and hardware stores can be turned into wicking buckets. We went to great lengths to make sure that they have fully recyclable components, so we pay more for not having a metal handle. We design it to be stout in size so that it can be reused and refilled. And we actually have invested a lot of time to understand the value of Hessian. So we're moving our products into Hessian bags, which allows them to be refilled and reused, and actually our packaging will then be able to make our products. So when we're finished using the Hessian bags and the coffee bags that we collect from the coffee shops, we actually put them back into the Groundswell model and we make more humusol. And that for us has been a really important part as a business for us to develop innovative ways to eliminate or greatly reduce packaging. And right now we are about to release what we call nude supply, which sounds a bit naughty, but it just means no packaging. So we work with another local business to be able to measure and drop, weigh and deliver product without any packaging at all. And in fact, we also work with them on being able to do all of those things and then spread the product for the client if that's what they want. So we're really trying to get to these close reuse options that have no packaging. And sometimes that might not be the best business decision. Sometimes we perhaps have been asked to send things overseas when we've decided not to. Our goal is to find economies that are as close to point of collection as possible, that use as little packaging as possible. Something that I'm really proud of is that Innovation Streets project. That's really unique, and I don't think people might get that just yet. So there are 16 homes now that each used more than 2 years worth of waste to heal their lawn. So so there are kids that are going home this afternoon and playing with lawns that have actually been built and restored from waste in Townsville, from Townsville waste. So that I'm really proud of that. Like we could have used that product and sold to a farm, and we could have exported that product, but I'm very proud that we've actually been able to get that product back to the consumer where it was actually collected. And to put that into perspective, each of those lawns, that's 1.5 cubic meters of green waste that went into the product, more than 800 banana peels, more than 1,000 cups of coffee, and it doesn't sound like much, but there's more than 5 bits of clothing in each of 1 tonne of humusol that we make. So all of those things are now back on a lawn promoting deep roots and healthy turf. So we're seeing this human health and water outcome right in the place that matters most, in the homes that our families live. That's what we're most proud of, I think. Atlas Soils doesn't exist without the community's input and guidance. So we 100%, the products that we've been talking about today, living top dress, living topsoil, living buns and living mulches, they're all products that the community has guided us on. So we are listening to people and businesses and what their grief is and thinking about how we can fix it, and we are co-developing. We do not exist and we cannot succeed without that co-development model. And so what that means is that will look different in each city. So other cities that we're talking to have other problems. There are similarities that we can pick up and replicate, but we are very motivated to seek to understand first and then be understood, then offer services and products that can help. Community is driving Atlas Soils.
If there is one thing that you think the general population needs to know about food waste, about circular economy, about water consumption, about what you're doing, one thing that you go, this is the most important message, What is it?
The most important message that I could get across would be all of the absolute best ingredients to heal soils are currently rotting in landfills, and we can divert them and create a range of products and services that enable communities and can heal soils. At the moment, there are better options and they're already here. So let's not put things that are of value into landfills. Let's recreate them and create new markets and products that can increase the health of soils.